Hey everyone, Brett here from Little Button Nose Nursery, and with me I have Christina as well.
Hi guys!
Today I would like to make a really cool video to interview the interviewer to find out more about the lady behind the camera and to prove that she's more than just a voice, a set of French acrylic nails and a Diamante watch.
I sure am. And I also wanted to thank Brett for filming this for me today and interviewing me. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
And also want to let everyone know that I have got an exciting giveaway that I'm going to have towards the end of the videos, so stay tuned for more information about that.
Cool. Okay, so let's talk about Christina's Reborns YouTube channel just for a minute. So let me tell you, let me just talk about your channel for a sec. So it's called Christina's Reborns and you have almost 25,000 subscribers, which is a fantastic effort, I may add.
Thank you.
How long have you had your channel for and why did you start your channel?
Okay, so I've had my channel now for about 12 years. So it is, I've had it for quite some time. And the reason I started my YouTube channel was that when I have been collecting for a lot longer than I've had my channel for, but I was really finding that I had no one to share my hobby with and my amazing, gorgeous reborns with. So when I found some reborn channels on YouTube, I thought, hey, I could do that because I have reborns and I wanted to share with them and share them with everyone and connect with everyone. So that's why I started my channel, to connect my hobby with the community.
Awesome. And I love the fact that you're very informative about your reborns on your channel, but I also love the fact that you address major issues amongst the reborn community like bullying, scam sites, etc. Do you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yes, I'm really passionate about just addressing like bullying in the community, because I think, you know, that's really sad to see. And also definitely like to do videos about scammers, because scamming's been around for a few years, but it's really getting prolific at the moment with these Chinese companies on Facebook popping up, all these ads for these amazing like prototype babies for like $80, and all these newbies are seeing them and getting tricked into them. So I'm very passionate about spreading the news about all these scamming sites. When it comes to the real controversial subjects, I personally don't like to go there, because my channel and my hobby is my happy place and I want to keep it that way. So that's why I tend to stay away from those other controversial things, and that's just my personal choice for me and my channel. Awesome.
And how has the YouTube restrictions affected you and your channel?
The YouTube restrictions have hugely affected me, more personally than my actual channel. It has affected my channel because in the respect that when no one comments on your videos, YouTube's analytics think that your videos aren't being well received by your viewers. So it's affected my channel in that respect, but it's affected me more personally because the comments that I received on my channel meant so much to me, and they were such a huge part of why I started my whole channel in the beginning. So the fact that they've now disabled my comments, and I don't know if they ever will be re-enabled, but it has really upset me and affected me and what I get out of making my videos. It is harder to enjoy making them. but it's the way it is. So I've just had to try and accept it, and also use the community tab to communicate. So please, if you ever want to talk to me or touch base with me, connect with me through my community tab.
Okay. Well, let's start at the beginning, Christina. So what made you interested in collecting Reborns, and what's really sparked your passion?
Well, I first discovered Reborns when I was living in New Zealand. They were back then, it was before I even had my daughter, so it was over 20 years ago. I saw a Behringer doll on the internet that had been reborn, and of course it was nothing like these that we see today. So when I saw them, I was like, oh my God, that is just so adorable. So I went out to find out more about them, and I ended up buying one on Trade Me in New Zealand. And I was very, very disappointed because the photos looked good, but when it actually arrived, it didn't look very good. But that was when I first discovered about them. And then I was on a hunt for for perfection, for realism. And that hunt took me many, many, many years, sadly, but I got there. So that's how I found out about Reborns.
And how long have you been a collector for?
Well, if you start back to my very first Reborn, it was over 20 years ago. So before I had my daughter. So yeah, that's how long I've been a collector for.
Wow.
But hardcore collecting, I would say, in the last 10 years.
Okay. And how many Reborns do you actually have in your personal collection? And what are some of the standout ones that you could tell us about?
So my collection is evolving. I have bought a lot in the last 10 years. I have sold a few. So my collection has slightly declined because I had too many. I think I'm at around 40. Like, I'm a bit embarrassed to say that, but I'm so passionate about them, and so that's where I am at the moment with my collection. My standout sculpts that I have in my collection would be my Quinlan. She's special to me because she's a very limited edition. I have two Miracles that I really, really cherish. And I have quite a few Levi's that I really cherish. I'll talk about that a little bit more later. And I have, I'm trying to think, my Ramsey, my Luciano. So they're my more recent sculpts that are really special to me.
Awesome. And how many are too many? If there is such a thing.
That's a funny question. But to me, like, there is no number that's too many. It's basically how many Reborns that you personally like and enjoy. For me, I love all of the different artistry that I have in my collection, and I love all the different kits and the sculptors. So for me, there is no number that's too many. I just enjoy the ones that I have.
Cool. And do you have any silicons in your collection?
I do. I have two. I have one full-bodied silicone from Romy Stridham. It's Juliet, and she's very special to me because she's #1 of 10 worldwide. So she's really, really special, and then I have had videos of her on my channel, and she's also on my channel banner, so that's special. And the other silicone I have at the moment is a soft-bodied silicone, and it's a she, but it's really a male sculpt. It's Gus by Tina Kiwi, so it's soft body silicone. So they're the only two silicones I have in my collection at the moment.
Awesome. And is there any reason why you don't rename your Reborns and call them by not their sculpt name? So like, say you got Luciano, why is he Luciano?
Why isn't he Joseph? Or why isn't he whatever? Yeah, exactly. For me personally, when I collect my Reborns, when I see a kit first announced by the sculptor and they've named it, I tend to, that becomes that personality for me. So Luciano is Luciano, and Quinlan is Quinlan. It is hard for me when I have Levi Girl and it's Levi, but I still just call it my Levi Girl. So that's just for me. They are the kit name for me, and I don't like to give them names. Like, I wouldn't remember them anyway. So I only remember their kit names, so that's why I like to keep them their kit name.
And what do Reborns do for you? Are you just a collector, or do you use them for emotional therapy?
I'm mainly a collector. I've had baby dolls since I was a very young girl. I used to take it around with me everywhere. I've always been attracted to dolls that look like real babies. And now, luckily for me and for everyone else, these sculptors make them just look ultra realistic. So that's why I love them even more. And so, sorry, what was the question again?
Do you use them for emotional therapy,
yeah.
or?
So for me, it's more collecting. Emotionally, they do make me feel happy. So that's my real only emotional thing. I don't have depression or anything like that. So for me, it's the artistry and it's the realism of just, it feels like you're cuddling a real baby. So that's what it is for me. So more about collecting.
All right, good stuff. And what's your absolute favourite sculpt and why?
Well, those people who know my channel know that I love the Levi kit by Bonnie Brown.
No,
I have
really?
6 of them, and I just absolutely adore the kit. It's pure perfection to me, from the tip of its head to the tiny little toes. I just love Levi. I can't get enough of Levi and my Levi girl and boys. So that is still today my all-time favorite kit.
And do you prefer to collect boys, girls, both, or are you very gender fluid that way?
That's interesting, because I started off with girls, and then I then started to have a few boys in my collection, and I still do have predominantly girls in my collection, but I do have a few boys as well still. So I like both, and I do change the sex of my babies. Certain babies will come to me as a girl or a boy, and I'll change the sex. But most of my babies now are gender. Like I've got the gender set for them, but I still sometimes change them up occasionally. Certain sculpts.
Do you have a particular reborn that you have that is special and means something to you, more to you than the others you'd like to share? That you know.
Yes, definitely. So I was telling you before about how I first started the reborn hobby with the Behringer babies reborn, and how disappointed I was when they arrived. And then I was on a quest to find the perfect realistic reborn. So for me, that baby is my very first realistic reborn that arrived all the way from England. It's a Sarah sculpt by Adria Sturdy. I'm sorry if I pronounced the name wrong. But when I bought that baby online, she looked amazing in the photos. And prior to her arriving, every baby looked amazing in the photos. I'd open the box and I'd go, oh, that doesn't match the photos. It broke my heart. But when Sarah arrived and I opened the box, my heart just sang, and she was so realistic. And I loved her, and that's why she still today is a really special reborn to me, because she's my first realistic reborn, and I've subsequently got lots more, but she was my first realistic one, so that's why she'll always be special to me.
Are there any reborns that are out now that you like or you wish you had in your collection?
To be honest, I'm very satisfied with my collection. I do see them coming out all the time, and I do like them, but I am very satisfied with my current collection. I feel like they really fill my my needs of why I collect. So no, there's nothing out there at the moment that I've got my eye on, no.
Okay, so we've established what you like, but is there any sculpts that you don't like, and why? And is it because of their expression, their facial expression, or do you like open-eyed babies, closed-eyed babies?
Yeah.
What do you think?
So you can tell from these 2 babies, I prefer closed eyes. I do have a couple of open-eyed kits, but I do personally prefer closed eyes. To me, I think they just look more realistic rather than staring. I do like mouth closed. I don't like babies that have mouth open. She's one of the very few that I have that do, which I don't love, but that's the way she is. So I don't like any babies that aren't newborn. I don't like I personally don't like preemies. I don't like bigger babies. Like Luciano was absolutely my limit. Like I prefer even a little bit smaller, but he's a chunky boy.
So no toddlers or...
Definitely no toddlers for me. I definitely like newborn babies. And I do like babies that have expressions, like subtle ones. Like I love the Azalea sculpt with that, like she looks like she's about to start crying. So I do like expressions on my babies, but nothing too dramatic, because for me it's about the realism. And a baby that's like mid-cry, like with its mouth wide open, crying like that's not realistic to stay like that. So I definitely like the peaceful. I prefer the peaceful sleeping ones for the realism reason.
And do you have a favorite accessory that you like to go with your reborns, and why?
Well, I mean, styling, those people that watch my channel know how important styling is to me. So clothes are the absolute #1 priority with me. For me, the clothing can make or break the realism of a reborn. But once that's sorted, my next really important thing for me is blankets. I generally always have my reborns wrapped in blankets, and that's because I don't like to be handling my reborns vinyls very much with my oils and that. So that's why I like to keep them wrapped in blankets, so that I'm keeping the handling down to a minimum.
Okay, so now for a couple of quick questions.
Yep.
Who's your favorite reborn artist?
Well, surprisingly enough, I actually don't have a favorite. I love all our artists in our community, and I thank them every day for being able to bring these babies to life, to give the joy to me and everyone in our community that just gets so much out of them every day. So I just want to say a huge thank you to every artist out there. Thank you so much for helping collectors like myself with these amazing babies.
Absolutely. And who's your favorite prototype artist, if you have one?
I don't have one either. I think all prototype artists obviously are amazing. I enjoy the pictures of them, and I just wanted to, continue to appreciate their amazing work, and for everyone else to enjoy their work.
Okay. Do you have a favorite sculptor at all?
No, I don't. I just love each and every sculptor in our community, because without them, the Reborn artists wouldn't have these to work with. So I just wanted to thank them for amazing, amazing artwork like that. Just the realism, you guys are just knocking it out of the park. So please, keep doing what you're doing, because you've nailed it. You've really nailed it. So thank you.
I totally agree.
Yeah.
And I guess everyone wants to know, will you be buying any more reborns and adding them to your collection in the near future?
That's the $1 million question. I even myself don't know, because I'm a sort of person where, I sell babies sometimes, and I add babies that I didn't plan on adding. So I'm very happy with my collection. I feel very fulfilled. I don't anticipate getting any more, but what the future holds for me and my collection really is just I take it day by day, and I just see how I go. But I am really, really happy with my collection.
Cool. All right, so let's go off topic here for a minute, and let me ask you for a few personal questions, because you're kind of like my best friend, and I only just found out yesterday that you're left-handed. So
yes. That's why you see the watch and the nails. Yeah. My left hand, because I'm left-handed.
So so let's tell us a little bit about yourself, Christina, and a little bit about your personal life.
Well, I won't bore you too much with my personal stuff, because I know that you just love my reborns. That's why you watch me. So I want to talk about my age. I am 49, nearly 50 years old, and I live in Australia. For those people who don't know that, I live in Queensland, on the Gold Coast, where we have lovely sunny weather. And I am single. I'm not married. I don't have a partner. And lastly, I have a daughter. She is 20 years old. She's going to be 21 next year. And she is like the light of my life. very special to me, and my Reborns are very special to me. So yeah, that's a little bit about me.
Cool. What sort of movies do you like watching, and what sort of movie genre do you
might
prefer?
be surprised. I like horror movies. Serial killers, horror movies, dramas. I've got no drama in my life generally, so I like to get it through my entertainment. So that's the safest way to be.
Good. And do you have any pets? And if you do, can you tell us a little bit about them, please?
I have 2 little dogs. You might have seen little bits of them. They look like puppies. They are getting older now. I've got Bailey and I've got Ella, and they are also, apart from my daughter, the lights of my life. So yeah, they're really special to me.
Awesome. Is there something about you that we don't know that you would like to share with everybody?
Well, a lot of people won't know this, but I'm really into beauty and makeup, and I have a beauty room and a makeup room, and I am very interested in the beauty community and all the makeup. So yeah, I think that's one thing a lot of people might not know about me, that I'm so into my beauty and makeup. So I think that's about it.
Awesome. So one last question. It's a big one. You've been into the hobby for so long, literally from day dot, since the very beginning. So tell me, after being in it for so long and seeing what you've seen, knowing what you know, where do you see this hobby going into the future? Because we've got so many great artists, we've got up and coming sculptors too. There's more and more reborning classes being held, sculpting classes both online and in workshop. I mean, this is big, right? It's growing, not only at a national level but at a global scale. I mean, people use Reborns for so many different outlets, from reborn therapy to collecting and so on, from young ages to old. So yeah, tell me where you see this going for both Reborns and the community itself.
Well, that is a really big question, and there's lots of things to touch on. So firstly, talking about the Reborns, I've been in it since the Barringer days, where they stuck a glue on a wig and stuff like that, to now. I mean, this Luciano is actually my latest baby, so that's the progression that we've had. I think the realism that has been achieved by sculptors and the artists is there. It's 10 out of 10. I don't feel like there's really a lot more that artists can do and sculptors can do to improve on that. So the good news is there's a lot more people joining the Reborn community around the world. The news of it's getting out more and more. So more people are joining as a collector, more people are joining as an artist, more people are sculpting, which is wonderful for all of us in the community. With the actual community, the politics of that, the sad news is, then the reality is, you've got all walks of life in our hobby. You've got young people, you've got middle-aged, you've got older people, you've got people who are not as delicate about saying things about how they feel, and they have got varying different opinions and points of view. So the Reborn community has been well known for its drama, and I think, sadly, I just think that's part and parcel of our community. I think that it will continue. I personally just try to focus on all the positive and keep it as positive and put that out through my channel. But, drama's going to happen, and I just would really encourage everyone to try and be kind to each other. And, this hobby is unique, and I just think the more positive we keep about it and spread that positivity, that's going to be better for us all. So that's what I keep trying to get that message out through my channel all the time. So please be respectful to each other. Please, just try to keep the drama to it as much of a minimum as it can be. But unfortunately, it is just human nature. But yeah, try to be kind to each other. That's my message.
Absolutely. And 100% agree as well. Thank you so much, Christina, for answering these questions and telling everyone a bit about yourself, your channel and your personal collection.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, I just wanted to say a huge thank you to Brett for interviewing me today. And don't forget to check Brett out on his channel, Little Button Nursery. I can have a link for you down below. He is amazing to have a reborn dad in our community, so I just love sharing Brett with you all. And just check out his channel and his videos so you can get to know him and his reborns a bit better.
Thanks,
So,
Christina.
yeah, thanks.
Did you want to talk about the giveaway that we have at the end?
Yes, I have a giveaway, an exciting giveaway for me, because they're going to be two, not one, but two of Brett's amazing bracelets, and he's going to just quickly show you now. I'm just going to quickly
show you one here.
Oh my God.
There
Your bracelets are just to die for. So what I've got planned is for this giveaway, all you need to do to enter it, and it is open worldwide, is to like this video and be subscribed to my channel. That's all you have to do. And on my community tab, you need to comment whether, because I'm giving two away, I've decided that the winner will get to choose, do they want one boy, one girl, or two boys or two girls. So please, on my community tab on this video link, comment what you prefer with your two bracelets. So two boy, two girl, or one of each, because you might have a boy and a girl reborn. So it depends on what your needs are and what you prefer, and Brett will make a beautiful bracelet according to what you want. So yeah, just thumbs up the video and subscribe, and you'll be in the chance to win. I'm going to announce the winner in 2 weeks from today, so stay tuned for that, for the winner. I'm really excited to be giving away these bracelets, because prototype babies from around the world are wearing Brett Wilson bracelets from Little Button Nursery. So your babies hopefully will be able to too. So stay tuned for that. So thank you for watching today. Hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe for more of these amazing babies. So until next time, thanks for watching and see you later.
See you guys.
Bye.